It's week 2 of the 2023 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chiefs and the Lions, next on EA Sports.
First open into... Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taking it about the 1. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now here's Mahomes. Quickly to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap, and again to Edwards-Helaire. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down.
Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. He's the one who got a hand on it and broke the pass up.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield. As soon as he released the throw, the corner was able to slam that window shut.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Goff now looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got to kick?
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we would turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Now Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down. That's good for the Lions. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Carlson able to put this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to... Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Goff now to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 50, it's Goff. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He took a shot there before. It was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away? But that would not be him picked off.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 41. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Well, you certainly have to give them the credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Sharp's got it, left side. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to 2. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. He'll get this down to the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
from 19 yards away.
And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown,
Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Hutchinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Play action. It's gone. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On third down, here's Hunt. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Lions are going to have it first and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Back to throw, Goff. This is caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Charles Harris. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Mahomes firing complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Mahomes to throw it. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now Mahomes. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining. But that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Well, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Detroit, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.